You know, as soon as you hit the water, you're paddling out, and you'll notice right away if you're not laying on the board in the right spot. You know, the good rule of thumb is you lay down and your toes should just barely be on the board. You know, if you're too far back, you'll find that the board tilts up and then it does not paddle really fast. And if you're too far forward, you'll find that the board will tilt down and you'll have water coming and hitting you in the face. So you get yourself comfortable. It's nice to keep your feet on the board. You'll see people that will paddle with dragging their feet, and that just will slow you down. So just keep your feet together on your board. They can be down or they can be crossed. It doesn't really matter. Either way, whatever's comfortable. So when you're paddling out, you know, you get a comfortable position on the board. You want to have your head up, you know, keep your chin up so you can see what's going on out in the lineup. You can see other people coming at you. And then you're just extending your arms, pulling through, pulling under your board is a really good idea. You know, you pull under and out. And you just pull. And you can do it one arm at a time. You can do it with both arms. It's whatever's most comfortable. Sometimes with both arms is a nice rest. And if you're going to knee paddle, you know, you start, you get a couple of strokes, and you pop up to your knees, and then you're going to pull. And you just paddle. And knee paddling's nice because you can rest. You can take a few strokes, look around, take a few more strokes. And that's one of the nice things about longboarding is nice high vantage point to see what's going on. So you're paddling out, and a wave breaks in front of you, you have a couple of choices of how you're going to get through that wave. If it's only a little wave, you know, this much white water coming at you, you'll just push through. Just as the wave gets to you, you'll put your hands down like you're going to stand up, and you're just going to extend. And if you've got, you know, the same amount of white water, you'll just go like this. The nose will go under the wave, the white water will come and hit between your chest and your body, and you just push through. So if you're paddling out and you've got a bigger wave coming at you, 3 or 4 feet of white water or more, where, you know, you can't do this because there's just too much wave coming, what you do is you just reach forward on your board and you're going to turn turtle, which is just rolling over in front of the wave and pulling your nose down so the wave will go over you. So you just grab a hold of the board and just roll with it. And you just pull the nose down and the wave will just pass right over the top of you. And you just hang on real hard to the nose. And as soon as the wave's gone, you just flip right back and start going. Sometimes the water is real cold and you don't want to go under the water. What you can do is you can sit up on your board and you've got all this white water coming at you, and you just kind of sit back on the tail and you just go right up over the top of the wave. Just sit back, hit that white water, and go up and over. Another option for when a wave comes and it's about to break is you can pop to your feet and stand up over the top of it. So you're just paddling along, you hop to your feet, and the wave is going to come and kind of break right on your feet, and you'll just push right through the lip. If you really think it's a really big wave breaking in front of you and you don't think you can hang on just with your 2 hands, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just go up to the nose of the board and I'll pull it into my stomach as hard as I can and hang onto it like this, just when a wave breaks, because that way I know I've got a hold of it and it won't get taken out of my hands. Because sometimes if you turn turtle, the impact will just rip it right out of your hands. But I've never lost a board when I've held onto it like this.
What are you thinking about when you get ready to take off on a wave?
When you're going to take off on a wave, you don't really think about what you're going to do on the wave because you react to what the wave gives you. So when you take off, you have a really open mind about what's going to occur. You're just focusing on where the wave, how the wave's approaching you, and what your first turn is going to be, because that's about all you can see. You can figure out how you're going to make your first turn. Is it going to be a real smooth left, go right? Or are you going to be racing and just running down the line? That's what you're thinking about. And then after you've made that turn, then you look and see what the wave is setting up. You know, is it going to give you a long nose ride? You're going to hit the lip? You know, do you think you're going to cut back at the little section that you know is down the line? You know, that's all going to develop as you're up and riding. So you react to everything that the wave gives you, and then you just try to finish clean. You know, because it should look really easy. The best surfing looks like it's effortless. And that's the way it should be. So you start, there's 3 basic ways you can take off on the wave. It's a slow point break wave. You can do a left go right where you fade a little bit one way and whip a turn and go. At a faster beach break, you want to just make a straight bottom turn usually. You hop to your feet, go down to the bottom and hit your turn. Or if it's really fast, you're taking off at an angle, getting to your feet quick, running forward, trying to get some speed down the line because the wave is really taking off. So there's the 3 styles, depending on what the wave is going to do. Really tricky, and the ultimate, and I think smooth and cool takeoffs, is to be able to take off on a wave virtually without paddling at all. To be sitting in a position where the wave's coming up behind you and you're right where it's about to break. So you just sink your board into the wave and go with it. And that's a no paddle takeoff. That's the ultimate and cool. It's the trickiest way to do it. You know, different waves have different personalities. You know, you have a slow rolling, you know, either at a small beach break or a small day at a point break, where you can see the wave rolling and it'll roll for 50 yards before it'll break. And so you just have to paddle and try to get up your speed so that when the wave comes, you're ready to go with it. And so there's a lot of work sometimes catching those smaller waves. A faster moving wave, everything speeds up. It's going to be easier to catch this wave, but also you have to react a whole lot faster because you've got it, you got to get to your feet, you got to make that turn because the wave is going to break right away. Really, it's not standing up that's difficult in surfing, it's catching a wave. The actual timing, you know, a wave is moving at you at, 5 miles an hour, whatever speed it's coming, and you have to turn around and judge where that wave is going to eventually break and try to time your speed so the wave's going to come to you, pick you up, and then you're going to stand up just before it breaks. So there's that timing, and that's the tricky part about surfing. It's not standing up. We stand up every day. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is stand up, so we know how to do that. Catching waves, that's the shitty part of this. That's what's tricky.